Hi friends, if you are someone who is looking to do swing trading in the markets and you have heard of probably a new leverage option for long-term trades called MTF, today we will look at how can you do swing trading in the markets using MTF. So if you want to increase your returns or take larger position sizes while doing swing trading, maybe MTF is a way of doing it, and we will look at all aspects of this. When doing swing trading, we are basically looking at an opportunity in the market where you want to capture a certain moment where the price appears to be going up over the next few days or weeks. So this is not an intraday kind of a trade. This is a short-term trade, but it is measured in days or weeks. So when we do our technical analysis, when you look at the charts, you may look at different support and resistance, and you may decide that, hey, this is a nice time to enter this particular instrument and I could make a good return in the next few days or weeks. So for example, let me just come to my watch list over here and so inside my watch list, let me add, say, a index. Maybe the index we can look at is Bank Nifty. So for that, Bankbees is the instrument to look at. So I will go and search for Bankbees, which is the exchange traded fund for Bank Nifty. So I have added it to my watch list here, and you can see Bankbees is added here. Now I'm showing this as an example. I've clicked on Bankbees and I will look at the charts by clicking this. So over here, there are a couple of standard indicators which I have added. So I have the 50-day and the 200-day moving average right here. I can just compress this graph a little. I am currently looking at the 1 hour chart. Now you can see over here, there are several moments in the past. So we are doing a past analysis where we are looking at where there was an opportunity for swing trading, and maybe MTF could have helped, and how to use MTF over there, that also is something we will look at. So for example, this is an interesting moment when the market has fallen, and you can see after this there has been a rise. Now this is also where the 50-day moving average has crossed over the 200-day moving average. So maybe you had a view that this is where a trade could be taken. So in case you wanted to enter the market somewhere here, maybe you could have captured some upside over here over the next few trading sessions. Now that aside, let me just move to the daily graph as well. Yet better, let's move to the 4-hour graph. You look at slightly more compressed graph over here. You can see there was another opportunity where the market showed a breakout, and maybe you wanted to take a short-term position over here and capture this as a swing trade. You could have also entered here and maintained this position for a longer time. Now it is easy for you to just buy Bankbees that we are looking at by doing a buy transaction. So buying Bankbees can be pretty straightforward. You have your buy button here. Just like you buy any other stocks, this is an ETF in the market. You can just go and buy it either as trading for intraday, investing for long term. But the option today we want to discuss is MTF. So once you have identified that, hey, today is the point when I want to enter and I want to hold this position for a little longer, MTF could help you get a 4x position over here. And how does that work? Simply put, you are roughly putting in 25% of the amount, and the rest 75% of the amount is provided by the broker. And unlike trading or intraday, where you have to exit your position the same day, under MTF, you can hold this position for a much longer period. In fact, the limit is practically till you can maintain your 25% margin. But the 75% funding or the leverage you have gotten comes with an interest cost. It is 0.0438% or rupees 43.8 every day for every 1 lakh rupee that you take as leverage. So this leverage comes with a certain cost. But if you are taking a swing trading position and you want to take a position size which is larger than your current available funds, and you are confident about taking that position and you want to maximize your returns, MTF could be a way of taking a larger position size in the regular market. So this is MTF on, say, Bankbees, and let me show you how a test transaction would work over here. And there are a few important things to know. First thing, that I am taking this trade right now as an example, and I'm going to take a small quantity only to show you how this trade works. This is not a recommendation, or I haven't done a study on should you buy this or not today. So let's just get that out of the way. So suppose I have a quantity of 10 over here, and my ideal capital requirement should be around 4,970. But you will notice over here, I only need to give a margin of 1,319 rupees because there is a 3.78x leverage that I am getting, which means I am buying one single quantity for 131.61. Rest of the amount is provided by the broker to me. So if you look at the funding estimator over here, my funds is 26.5% and the margin in this case will be 3656, which I am taking. Interest per day will be 0.0438, and this stock, of course, once I purchase will be pledged. So a one time per instrument, no matter how much quantity I buy, for every instrument, even if I'm buying 1,000 quantity, I'm paying a fixed 12.5% plus GST for pledging, and then for 12.5 rupees for unpledging this. And I can hold this for as long as I want. So that's another feature over here. Now, there are some other transaction estimates over here, which basically gives you the price, and it also tells you what your break-even point will be for this trade, which is currently 500.25. Now that out of the way, if I want to make this transaction, I can just go ahead and click on instant buy below. But after you make this purchase, there is one more important thing you need to know. So I'll click on instant buy over here to show you that this transaction has gone through, and you can see this is a successful buy transaction under MTF. Now you can also place stop loss and targets on these trades, and I have a separate video for that. But more importantly, since this trade has been placed today by me, there is one important thing I need to do before 9 p.m. So after the market ends, roughly around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., I would get an email and SMS to complete the pledging for this. So I have to manually come back to this app, and I have to complete the pledge instructions for this position which I have taken. So that requires me to enter an OTP, otherwise this will convert into a cash position later. So that is important, that you have to come back after the market closes, enter an OTP and complete your pledging before 9 p.m. today. Do remember to do that. There is once at least that I forgot to do this, and then those stocks converted into cash position the next day. Another thing, if you exit this position today itself, so suppose you go ahead, go to your positions for examples. If I go up to my positions tab over here, right, I can click on this position and I can exit position anytime, and I will pay no interest because then it will become a intraday position. But if I hold this until tomorrow, there will be a button over here which will say convert this to a cash position. So if after holding it for a few days, I don't want to pay further interest and I have enough funds in my account, I can stop using the MTF facility on this and still hold this position. Dhan, the platform that I'm using over here, allows MTF positions to be held. As you saw in this case, it said lifetime, and it is possible to take MTF position in over 1,000 different scripts. So that's how swing trading could be done using MTF. If you have any questions, do ask me in comments.